Hey guys, it's your girl Kera Dangerous. How y'all feeling tonight? Hope you can hear me good, see me good, all that good stuff. So look, let me go and wipe this grease off my face. I said we're gonna start this thing off right today. I know yesterday we had scheduled Mrs. Look, let me start this over. Mrs. Angela Stanton King. She is getting logged on right now, so just give us a second and we're going to have a fantastic show for you. Please, while we're waiting, go grab a friend. I know we're going to have some more people in here than what we have currently. And we're going to get it rocking and rolling, baby. I'm telling you, we got a lot of stuff to cover in this short time. So I'm really excited about this show. So while I'm waiting on Miss Angela, I just want to remind everybody that we will have a show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern with Marcus Machado, guitarist and producer. And then I have the fantastic Noor Muhammad on Thursday. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you guys for coming into the chat. Hello, everybody. Just waiting on Miss Angela to connect with us. But we will be up and ready to go in just a few here. Thank you. This is actually the first Kera Dangerous live that I'm doing. This is another extension of Kera Dangerous Talk. Basically, it's Kera Dangerous Talk, but it's just live on YouTube, you know. But I just want to make sure you guys see the new branding that we have here. Nice, beautiful purple and gold. Just to give you a little story about that purple and gold, these were my high school mascot colors or team uniform colors. So not only did I wear them with pride then, I have it with pride now. Okay, so she's telling me her link is not working. So I am going to send her a new link. So you guys just wait on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. You know how it is, but the 8 people that's in here, just go grab some more of your friends, and hopefully more people will see this live, and we'll get it going from there. Just give me a second to reach back out to her and send her this link. Just take a second here. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful week so far. A lot of crazy things going on, especially in celebrity news. All I hear is the baby, the baby, the baby. You know, just being caught up with trouble. And baby mama drama. All right. Look, I'm telling you, when you're trying to do something, it's like a monkey get thrown in your wrench. But we're going to look, I don't care if we get 10 minutes with her. We're going to have this show tonight. And I'm not stopping. I'll be on by myself if I got to. But again, I'm just sending her the link really quick, the second link, to make sure she gets it. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let's see where I am. All right, so many tabs here. Okay. Hey everybody, nice to see you. Grab a friend. Got Angela Stanton King joining me in just a second here. Let me let her know I sent her a new link. Hey John. Hey Red. Hello Sage. Hello T Forest. All right, guys. Sorry to have dead air. Let me just trying to check my messages. She was showing me that it wasn't loading on her end, but hopefully she will be able to join us in just a second here. Let me see if I can get her another. Good to see you, Dexter. Thank you. Yeah, so glad you guys are here. Gonna be a great show. Oh man. Yes, it is. So what else do we have going on? So we got the shows this week. I'm gonna try to have as many shows as I can now every week. I'm gonna try to make sure it's jam packed with information for you guys. I really appreciate all the support you've been showing me. It's really been, I mean, I really just appreciate it all. It's been great, you know. Thank you. Thank you for saying it's all good. I'm glad it's all good. Okay, there she is. Woo, look at that. All right, folks, here we go. Grab your friends. About to get started here. Before I add Angela to this show, I'm gonna go ahead and hit y'all with the theme real quick. Excuse me if I'm running a little slow today. It's my first time using this system, but it's gonna be all good. We here, baby. Let's go.
It ain't the same around here like it used to be. You don't see people sit together like you used to see. I keep telling the people to find inner peace. Don't pull out that gun.
Yo, hello. How you doing?
Hey, Kera, how are you?
I'm good. How you feeling?
Had a little bit of technical difficulty. We lost about 10 minutes, but I'm here. My computer was acting up. I said, let me try to jump on through my phone, but I'm here.
It's all good. You know how I'm looking at it is, it seems like a wrench always being thrown in the plans, but I'm working with it, baby. I'm on a mission.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. I appreciate you joining me today.
No problem.
Tonight. So I have to say, I discovered you not that long ago, to be honest with you, Miss Angela. And but when I did discover you through social media and you speaking on different things and talking about your son and your relationship with him and some issues that you guys were going through, and then you supporting Trump, I took a liking to you, just I think because I like people, especially brown people, who aren't afraid to express their opinions and stand on their word. And I said, I sure hope this lady doesn't take back the things that she's saying, because she is on a roll, baby. She's fearless. She seems so smart. And I don't have to agree with everything you say, but just the fact that you have enough confidence and you seem to be very assured of yourself and you're not afraid to speak your mind, I find that as a beautiful thing to see. So that's one reason I want to talk to you. And then I was able to meet you at Dr. Boyce Watkins All Black National Convention. And you just came off so down to earth. So I wasn't disappointed. So I have to say thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah, so we all know you from your story. Like I said, you support Trump. You're a Republican. You ran for a seat in Congress for Georgia, my home state. I just have to ask you, because it's, people have a way of coming at you. I feel like a lot of times people talk at you instead of listening to you when you're invited on the interviews. And one of those things I told you when I met you is that I wanted to have you on this show because I wanted to actually hear from you and hear the kind of person that you are without you being interrupted, Miss King. So I just want to know, what is it about Black Republicans especially that you feel kind of frightens people? I think it's a thing with Black people especially. It's a stigma, right? That you guys are either coons or sellouts or, something to that effect. What's your opinion about that?
I think that a lot of us are just not really educated on the fact that, the first congressman, the first 23 Black congressmen were Republicans. And we're talking about Frederick Douglass Republicans. We're talking about abolitionists, the ones that fought to free the slaves. Not only that, but fought against the Black codes and the Jim Crow laws and fought for us to have voting rights. These things did not come from the Democrat Party. there's a myth out there about a party switch, and people are supposed to believe that we're just supposed to be Democrat because of the color of our skin. But I myself, when I started researching Democrat policies and some of the things that they're standing on right now, for me, it's just not something that I align with. Now, it doesn't mean that I hate anybody. I mean, half my family is Democrat. Why would I hate somebody for not having my same values or my same beliefs? But for people on the other side to believe that because I'm Black that I can't identify as a Republican or a conservative because there's some type of stigma out there that all Republicans are racist. I think that we need to educate ourselves and understand that we're not monolith. We don't have a one thought process. Like, we do have different values. We do have different beliefs. And there is a purpose for a three-party government. It's so that no one side has too much power. And it's to keep us all balanced out, because we are such a diverse group of people. Even if we do have the same skin color, a lot of us still are raised different with different morals and different values. So we should be able to align with whatever party. And if we are really being smart about this, then we know that as long as we are pro-Black and we are fighting for what's best for Black America, then we need a voice on every side. We need someone at the table with the Republicans. We need someone at the table with the Democrats. We need someone. It's kind of like a football game. The coach, when he strategizes to play in order for them to win, he doesn't send everybody to just one side of the field and tell them to stand there. They're spread out. You got a wide receiver. You got defense. Everyone has their position. And if we are in this fight to better our communities, to fight for what we believe Black life represents, then we do that in every angle and not just in one party.
Yes. Now, you have been a supporter of Trump, and I watched a lot of your interviews, and I know sometimes you like, oh my God, I didn't come on this interview to be asked about Trump. I get it. It's a little bit of annoyance, right? But have you had people since Biden has gotten in office have circled back around to you and said, Angela, you were right. I should have put my money on Trump.
Just today, Joe Biden signed an executive order for indigenous Americans. Making sure that they're not victims of hate crimes. Come on, man. We sat back and watched this whole administration. If you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. And Black Lives Matter this. I'm talking about all summer long. All of us just been emotionally drained by what we've seen happen. Mm-hmm. And what have Black people gotten since this administration has been in office besides an Equality Act and funded abortion? And that's the conversation we need to be having.
I don't claim to be a Democrat, Republican, or anything. I just want the best for the people. But it's just a sad situation that's going on. I think that we have to just, I don't know. I don't think Biden's really doing a good job. I saw you post about the things that he was doing for Asians. And tell us some of the reasons why you like Trump, some of the things that he actually did for Black people that we're not seeing from Biden.
Well, one of the things that we have to always remember is that the fight for the advancement of our people never stops. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter if Trump's in office. It doesn't matter if Biden's in office. What you want to hope and pray is that the people that are supposed to represent you are constantly fighting for initiatives, orders, policies, all of that stuff to be passed on our behalf. And that's what's important. So I got called a lot of names for working with the Trump administration, but I didn't look at it from an emotional standpoint. I looked at it as business. He was the president of the United States. And what I wanted to do was to get people out of jail and to reunite some of the American families that had been separated. And that's exactly what I did. And had I been in an emotional state to say, oh, well, people don't like Trump, so I'm not going to work with Trump. Well, guess what? Kwame Kilpatrick wouldn't be free and many others wouldn't be free. Not only that, President Trump made it illegal for them to chain women to the bed during childbirth because of my own story. That would not have happened. I got my own self a full unconditional pardon to be able to be free from, this government system that keeps us a slave. So I'm no longer in a position where I'm feeling like I have to apologize, because one of the things that I can say is at least I did get real tangibles and real results. And I think that, you know, Ice Cube and everybody else is still waiting on that meeting with Joe Biden.
You know, Angela, I've started to call it Democrat, because it seems like Black people, they're not even listening to what the person can do anymore. It's like, if you just tell a person, I'm a Democrat, they just fall in line with what the Democrats say. I mean, I posted one of your posts to my Instagram one time, and somebody jumped on me and said, oh, you like Angela, then you might as well join Fox News. I'm just like, they just bypass any of the facts or information, you know, just as long as it says Republican, and they just run away. You know, I really don't
this
understand.
group thing that holds us back. Is you got to do it because I'm doing it. And the whole while people are looking at me in disgust for being a Republican, I'm looking at many people in disgust for supporting the party that's voting for our children to be lynched in the womb. So I don't know. We got to find some resolution somewhere. I mean, they keep saying Black Lives Matter, and the next thing you know, they standing up with a sign talking about, I want a choice to kill my baby. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, Miss, I know that you're very pro-life, and I saw one of your shows and one of your tapings, and I was really disgusted, not by you, but by a video that you played of women at, I don't know if it was a protest, but they were for abortion. But some of the comments they made, I'm actually ashamed to even call them women. I mean, saying, oh, you should celebrate going out having wild sex. It's my right to have an abortion. And my thing is, if you are going to have an abortion, okay, let's have a little couth about it, though. You shouldn't be out there saying, oh yeah, I just had an abortion, y'all come get your abortion. It just was too much.
And in the same breath saying Black Lives Matter, and not realizing that Black life begins in the womb. You know, I think that, you know, back in abortion is something that has been around for a while, and it's been embedded in our culture. And we have believed this lie that abortion is healthcare, and that if we want to be successful, then the best thing for us to do is to abort our children. But the whole while we've been contributing to the genocide of our own people, because 46% of our population has been aborted. And I think that it's time to really wake up and have that conversation, because just like you said, you know, if it was something you had to do, it was never something we wore as a badge of honor. And if we once again check history, when it came to our ancestors and those that were fighting for us, nobody was standing up outside holding up a sign saying, give me my abortion now. Abortion is not something that Black women fought for, nor Black men, but somehow they've created this atmosphere or this societal norm to make us believe that child sacrifice is not only okay, but that it's the best thing that we can do if we want to be successful. And that is a lie, because we need to get back to looking at our children as if they are blessings and not as if they are a curse.
Yes. Miss King, we only have, I know you got to go, but we have 4 minutes with you. So I want to go to this next topic, and thank you for that. There's Dave Chappelle, okay? And then there's you. I feel like you have to be on the LGBTQ's most wanted list behind Dave Chappelle. Now we know the issues you have with your son, and I didn't see the episode on your Astro TV where you guys kind of talked about your issues, but where are you now with?
So go ahead.
No, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Well, actually, our episode is going to be airing tomorrow on my show, on the Ash Show, which people can catch on YouTube or VTV Network. But people have to understand that we've never been separated. Like, that's always been my child. That's always been my baby. But, you know, sometimes you get into it with people that you love. It doesn't mean that you hate them. It doesn't mean that you're never going to see them again. It just means, hey, we need time to figure this out. So I've never not loved my child, but I'm the type of mother that loves my children enough to tell them the truth. Even when the rest of the world and society is lying to them, I have a responsibility as his mother, as his nurturer, as the giver of life, to protect him from things that I feel as though may harm him. And, you know, with this whole LGBTQ, like, I refuse to let anybody tell me that they love my child more than I love them. And I refuse to let my child believe that these people, because they are encouraging your lifestyle, whatever, love you more than I love you. No, I love you, but let's have a conversation about the difference between gay and transgenderism. Because what I believe is that they've lumped everything into one, and they've lumped them all together, but they're not all the same. A gay man is gay because he likes men. And you may have a transgender that is transitioned because they like the other sex, and they know that that sex is only attracted to the opposite sex. So they become, so my thing is this: anything that is going to lead to dismemberment, then I'm against it. Even it's not just for my child, all children, but especially when it comes to mine. So I am a firecracker, you know, and I'm not sweet on the tongue, not even a little bit. You know, Dr. Phil can get it, LGBTQ can get it, the whole world can get it when it comes to my seed, because that is my child, and mama gonna say what she need to say. And you know what? One day I may be gone from here, but my words will still resonate, and my child will know that his mom loved him, and that's all that matters.
Well, let me say this. When you were on Hollywood Unlocked, and I believe the host of that show is called Jason. He's a well-known celebrity blogger or whatnot. I thought the interview was a little unfair because basically all you said is that I gave birth to my son. I'm his mother. Why would I call him a woman? You didn't say you disowned your son. I mean, you made it clear that you loved him. And I want to just tell you personally, I understood that. You're a mother. And to me, the way they responded to you showed me the lack of respect for a mother. And I just want to tell you, that's what really made me like you, because I'll tell people all the time, you don't have to agree with what people are doing, but it comes down to the respect level. And I don't think you ever tried to bash your son. You just wanted to correct him in what you thought as his mother, what your concern was. And before you had even started your interview, the transgender host, I believe, is a transgender man. And he was saying that, well, we're going to bring Angela on. And I know once we hit her with facts, she's going to be all just confused because she doesn't like facts. But I don't even know. It's just like they started it wrong. Like they just wanted to start a drama with you.
Well,
I don't know if you got that feeling, but that's what I got.
Well, anytime you accuse a mother of misgendering her own child, especially when you know damn well you wasn't nowhere near the delivery room, it was the disrespect for me. This is my child that I gave birth to, that I raised, that I sacrificed for, still sacrificing to this day, will do anything for any of my children. I love them. And just to have my love for my child questioned, not only that, I mean, like, I gave him his name. If anybody on this earth have the right to call him by that name, it's me. And it wasn't my child making these demands. It was people like the host on Hollywood Unlocked making these demands. And so when I hit him back with the same analogy and asked him, you know, if his mother wanted to be referenced to something that he didn't necessarily believe was true, he lost it. So, you know, it's a total control. Like it's really sad. And I think and one of the reasons why I do those tough interviews like that is because I really want society to see how far we've gone from what is considered to be anything normal.
Yes, ma'am. And I just want to say thank you so much for doing this interview. Like I said, I wanted to talk to you. I was so happy to meet you, and I hope we can stay in touch and everything. And I just want to make that clear to you, because I hate when people invite people somewhere and they just treat them rude. I think everyone's point of view should be heard. I'm so proud of you just as a Black woman for doing what you're doing. And I know you're a mother of other children. I know you have some more sons and daughters and whatnot. So I wish you the best. Before you go, please tell us about your event you have coming up, because it sounds like a lot of fun, girl. When I seen that list of people, I'm just like, oh Lord.
Oh wow. So we're going to be having New Black City right here in Atlanta, Georgia on November 27th. And it was called an immersive theatrical dining experience. So people are going to be able to enjoy a good meal and be a part of a play that's happening right in the midst of them in the audience. So we have Kwame Brown, we've got Deb Anthony, we've got Judge Joe Brown, you got myself. I'm going to be making a surprise appearance. And what we're doing is we're taking scenes from New Jack City and turning them into topics of discussion for us to not only figure out, hey, how did we get here, but how do we rebuild this new Black city, and what's our resolution?
Wow. I'm telling
so
that.
You guys, if you go to Eventbrite, you can hashtag New Black City. It'll pop right up. If you follow my Instagram page, Astro TV, you'll also see it there. But I appreciate you so much, Kera, for having me on, and I'll be back to see you again soon.
You better, girl.
You liking this new hair, girl? Went ahead and started my healthy hair journey. Locked it on up.
Yes, I don't have a perm either, girl, so do it.
But your hair looks good. See you later.
See ya. Guys, I'm going to stay on, okay? And I'm trying to get Ron Hurd on the phone, which he's trying to deny me. But I have some important information to tell y'all, and you do not want to miss this. And we're going to get into it right now. I'm literally calling Ron Hurd on the phone. So if he denies me access to come on this show, you'll see how people do me, right? You'll see how people just won't come for me. And let's see if Ron picks up. But if he doesn't, I'm still gonna go over this. But I know Ron could add something to this conversation. I'm gonna break something down for y'all, and I've been waiting all day to do it. Okay, so he's running and hiding, but that's okay because I can do this by myself. Okay, so this is what it is, guys. We have to talk about Travis Scott. Okay, my camera's up there, but it's a little too high for me. I'm gonna have to look down here, so I'm not ignoring you guys because, like I said, I'm new to this system, but we're gonna get through it. Now, we got to talk about this because we all know that Travis Scott is in a lot of trouble. I believe around 9 people died at his concert in Texas. It's a lot of satanic symbols and that were going on surrounding his concert. So, yes, the death toll was brought to 9 on the death toll. And I just want to go over something really quickly with you guys. So let me get ready to share my screen so that I can give you guys this information. You do not want to miss this. I'm telling you, the stuff I'm going to share with you right now is so important because I want you to see how the devil is really here on earth. Okay, here we go. Now, I want you to pay attention to this right here. This is John. Here's Ron. Hey, Ron, I'm live. Can you come on live with me? Okay, that's fine. Let me go, though. Okay, peace. Okay, so right here, let me show you this verse. This is John 10, and this is about the devil. Now, I'm going to start at 7 and to get to 10. Therefore, Jesus said again, very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who have come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep have not listened to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. So basically what that is saying is the devil comes to plant confusion. So he will have you thinking if you follow him, then you will have life. But what the devil brings you is he brings you death. That's what he brings you. Now wait till I show you this. Now, I just had to show you that to get this started. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna bring this up because I'm about to really show y'all what's going on here. Let me go to my drive. Here we go. Okay. Check this out.
I'm about to say some crazy information about this Travis Scott show. I wasn't going to make a video on this, but when I started digging, what I found is nuts. So we know that all-seeing eye represents Lucifer, but when you see the eye on the hand, that gives us a better idea of who they're talking about. This is Pale Man from the movie Pan's Labyrinth in 2006. Now, this creature devours children in this movie. Pale Man was inspired by a painting called Saturn Devouring His Son. So it's very interesting to me that the entrance to the show is a mouth devouring people as they walk in. The painting was a picture of the Roman god Saturn. He's the god of agriculture that symbolizes time. He's usually depicted with a scythe. The Grim Reaper is really just a picture of Saturn. Now, Travis's set design was a mountain with a portal in the middle. And the temple that the Romans built for Saturn was called Saturnius Mons, or Saturn's Mountain. Going to the show was like entering the temple of the devil and participating in a soul harvest ritual without even knowing. It gets worse. Now, one of the symbols of this god is a cube. It's called the black cube of Saturn. Now, Saturn's number is 8, which represents the 8 corners of a cube, which is why there were 8 flames at the show. This is the craziest part. The cube represents confinement and no way out. This is an old film called Cube. Fear, paranoia, suspicion, and desperation. Don't look for a reason, look for a way out. And wasn't his recent song titled Escape Plan? And wasn't the main reason people died was because they were confined and couldn't escape? And those who have spiritual eyes, those who are open-minded know what I'm talking about. And there's no doubt about what happened at that show.
Okay, did you guys see that? Did you see that? I mean, what else do you need to know? I got more for you, but I'm just saying, what else do you need to know? You don't even have to have spiritual eyes to see that. And I'm trying to ask myself as a parent, how could you allow your children to go to this concert? It gets deeper. It gets deeper. Let me give me some time to put this up, but it gets deeper. and I'm gonna see why you're gonna blame Travis after you see some more of this. So actually on Angela's page, she had on her show, she went over this as well, not that video, but she introduced me to this guy who was actually at the concert, and he said being there changed his whole life. Now look at the stage that he performed on. Check this out. Look at that eye in the middle that represents the devil. Look at that bird. That is the opening to hell. This is a sacrifice. Look at this. Look at, how could you take your children to that? Does that look like something good? Come on. Okay, y'all got the point. Now I'm gonna take you back. Now, okay, you think that's something. Now look at this. In that hole, still waiting on Travis. See you on the other side. The other side of what? Because they know that that's supposed to, they're trying to make that the portal to hell. And I got some more info for you. A old painting where they depicted Jesus going to the gates of hell. And that's exactly how they made his entrance to his concert. But first, I want you to listen to this video from this concert goer and how he described how he felt being a part of that concert.
Yeah, I'm about to do this video and let everybody know what the fuck happened to that Astro, bro. Like, okay, so when I first got there, that's when Master P was performing. It wasn't that many people there, so I had went, I got in the crowd. We was probably like in the middle of the crowd, but we was way in the front. And as everything was happening, I just felt like I was being crushed and like I couldn't breathe, and I almost like literally passed out. Like I felt like I was about to like collapse. So I started screaming and shit. So that's when like the people, they seen me just because of the fact that I was in the front. So they had pulled me out, you know what I'm saying? And then I had got out and I had just stood around, like not in the crowd no more. But that was during the daytime. So look, see how something look. All right, so this is when Travis Scott is about to hit the stage. All right. Something in my mind told me don't get in the crowd due to the fact of what happened to me earlier that day, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Master P audience and whatnot. So look, Travis Scott about to perform. It's probably like 100,000 plus people, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just standing around in the barricades. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't as bad, but something told me don't stand in the barricade. I sat on the side. You see what I'm saying? I went all the way to like the end of the line, and I was like right there on the barricade, but I sat like took a seat on it so I wouldn't be in the crowd like that. But I kid y'all not, bro. As soon as Travis Scott started, as soon as he started, all the flame, the fire, the fucking the Phoenix and all that shit, and then he popped out, started going crazy, and I'm telling you, as soon as he started going crazy, the whole crowd started raging and shit. Everybody just screaming, help, help, help. Mind you, I'm sitting on top of the fence. So I'm looking down on everybody and I'm seeing all this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers reaching and they crying. I'm trying to pull people out. So look, in the middle is the VIP section. Like different celebrities and people who pay like thousands of dollars to sit in the VIP section. Mind you, I'm pulling people out and I'm trying to pull them into that VIP section. That's where people was pulling people in so they can breathe. So the people in the damn VIP section, they getting mad, talking about why the fuck you pulling people over here in our section. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, bro. These people about to lose their motherfucking lives. You know what I'm saying? So I put out this one boy. This boy, he probably like 14 years old. This is a little bitty teenager, bro. This one lady, I kid you not, in the fucking VIP section, literally put her hands on this boy and assaulted this boy and started hitting him like, didn't I tell y'all don't jump the fuck over? So I end up screaming like, bitch, who the fuck is you to tell somebody what the fuck they can do? Like, bitch, this ain't your motherfucking concert, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about what motherfucking ticket you paid for. Like, these people need some fucking help. So I'm helping people, I'm pulling people out. And it just felt like we was literally in fucking hell, bro. It felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be at least 100 people who dead tonight. I kid you not. In the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and they was literally turning them black and blue. I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably 10 fucking people laid out dead. And once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. This shit really fucked me up and really spooked me tonight. That was some demonic shit. And what was so crazy, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. It was help. The whole crowd was just going help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but after tonight, bro, God really showed me, stay away from that shit, bro. That shit not for you, because he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, for real. So many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. He influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me. And the shit got so bad, I was sitting on top of the gate. I was pulling so many people in, helping so many fucking people, and people were just screaming, crying, trying to ask for my help. I got so overwhelmed, I jumped down and I ran out that bitch and I left, bro. This shit really happened to me. And a lot of people, they, hearing this shit, but watch tomorrow, y'all gonna see this shit was no fucking joke. This shit really happened. So many people got injured, so many people died. That shit was so fucking wicked, it was so wicked, bro. I'm not trying to, put nothing on Travis Scott and call him Illuminati, call him no devil worship, but that's what the fuck it was, bro. We really went to a concert in hell, bro. You couldn't breathe. I'm talking about everybody was so crushed up on you. It was literally no room for you to lift your chest up and breathe. You couldn't move. You couldn't fucking breathe, bro. Just by the good fucking grace of God, I was in the front, so they helped me out. But I knew, and I even told people at nighttime, I said, bro, once the sun go down and the main stage opened up, I said, bro, do not go to the middle of that fucking crowd, because at nighttime, nobody will be able to hear you. Nobody will be able to see you. Something bad gonna happen, bro. And exactly like that, a lot of bad shit happened. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people got hurt. So any parents watching this shit, I would advise you to not send your motherfucking kids to no fucking Astro Fest. Let their ass stay at home. That shit was not fun. It was scary as fuck. don't go. And if that bitch still is open tomorrow, don't send your kids. I really hope this shit get canceled. I know tomorrow this shit gonna be on the news for sure. But shit, that's all I gotta say, bro.
What more do I need to say? I mean, he said they couldn't even expand their lungs to breathe. You know what that was, right? That was evil. That was that demonic presence holding them down because they had summoned Satan and his demons, and they were coming for some souls. They were coming. Somebody had to die that night when you summon those evil spirits. Keep your third eye open, guys. You better wake up. You better wake up. Now, if evil can be this real, why don't some of you believe in God? You think evil out here existing by itself? There has to be a good source. There has to be a good source. I'm not even done yet. I got some more stuff for you to blow your mind. Okay, let me get it up here for you, because it's gonna get real for some of y'all. I'm excited because my father done told y'all this, and there's so many people that want to dispute the Bible because they don't read it in the spirit. But he gave it to us, and we don't even know how to decipher it because we don't know how to read in the spirit. It's not like reading a normal book because it's not a normal book. Am I losing some of y'all? I know y'all don't like to call yourself religious, but you better call yourself something because the day is coming. Now, let me go to something else here. I don't even know what this is, but let me see what I got. Okay, perfect. Look at this. Exactly what I wanted. Let's start with the right first. We see Travis right here on the right in his t-shirt. You know what that is? That's people entering, I believe they said it's people entering hell, becoming demons. You see they're blue at first, then they turn to red. Now look, and I think these t-shirts were on sale. Now see how these people do? See how these people do? They got the kids going through a portal of hell. They selling it to you on the t-shirt. See, they want you to be dumb. They don't want y'all to get it. It's right. I mean, they know you're dumb, so they putting it right out there. They putting it so clear that you think that it's a conspiracy. They put it right in your face. It's like it's raining in your face, and y'all calling it snow, and it's clearly rain. Okay, now let's look at this image over here. It looks like a cross, right? That's an inverted cross. That's what Peter was on. Now, if we go to the Bible verse in Matthew, and I'm sorry, I don't have it on here, but I read it today. You remember when Jesus was getting crucified and Peter was up there with him? He asked for the cross to be turned down. You know why he did that? Because he told Jesus he wasn't worthy to be crucified the same as him because he had fell short. And I talked to a bishop today just to get clarification. And the word is that anything that hangs from a tree isn't good. So even though Christianity uses the cross as a symbol, really, the crucifixion was a curse that they were trying to curse Jesus. Okay, so when you invert it, that's the devil adding confusion. That's why satanic people, they use inverted cross because that's one of the devil ploys. Like he turned Christmas into Santa Claus, and he turned Easter into the Easter Bunny. This is another tactic by the enemy. Y'all better wake up. Okay, let me go to my notes here because I want to make sure so Peter was hung upside down because he didn't feel worthy to be crucified the same as Jesus. You can look it up yourself. Jesus became sin for us. Now, if you notice also in the Bible, God says he is able to give life and he's able to take life, but he's the only one that's allowed to lay down his own life. That's why suicide is a sin, because it's like a cheat code. Only Jesus can lay down his life because he's laying it down for us. and for God. So when you do that, you are working against God. Can somebody say amen? Because I'm really bringing it to y'all right now. You better break down the word. God said, Jesus said, you stumble in the dark. The same stuff is there in the light, but because the light isn't with you, within you, you stumble. The light is always in Jesus. That's why he can move through the light. Because his light shines all the way through the cracks of the darkest places. Now, I got some more for you. We're not even done. That's just the beginning. So for some of you people to say, oh, well, Travis, he's not responsible. My thing is there's power in the tongue. Okay. And Travis has been putting this evil energy out into the world. Now, I come from the generations, and even in the 70s, I'm not that old, but we come from seeing musicians and rock stars. We've seen people do mosh pits before. We've seen people rage against the machine. But let's be honest, right now we're living in a hypersensitive society where you can't really ask people to do these kind of things now because they're mentally, we got some screwed up people. We need to open those mental institutions back up. We got some people that we're not in the mental, we don't have the mental capacity to be raging against the machine, to be mosh pitting. Because see, nobody's caring about what's going on with anybody else. They wasn't even noticing the evil around them. They didn't even know that they were the sacrifice. And this brings up another point. Let me tell you how good God is, because he showed me this verse today. Jesus said he is the good shepherd. He said he brings even the flock that wasn't even a part of his flock among his flock. And they listen to him because they know his voice. But see, when you're a hired hand, but you're not the shepherd, when a wolf comes on your territory, that hired hand will run. But see, the good shepherd, who's the Lord, he never runs. He keeps his flock safe. Do y'all follow me? Do you follow me? He keeps his flock safe. And that's how you know you're around that good energy. You see, the devil don't keep his flocks safe. It was all confusion that night in Texas. And who does that sound like? Do I need to go back to John 10? The person who kills, steals, and destroys. Y'all better wake up. You better open your third eye. For these 20 people that's in here, I don't care that it's not 1 million people in here. 20 people is all I need. I just need somebody to get what I'm saying. Let me bring something else up. Because I'm telling you, this stuff gets deep. Let's see what this is. And hopefully this is something that I've been wanting to. Okay, so that's the same thing. Let me bring something else up so I can get rid of. Well, I can get rid of that. Let me get rid of that so I won't get confused. Okay, see what else I got here to bring up, because I know it's more. Merch. Let's see. Boom. Now I want to show you guys this, because I want you to know this is not his first time having this kind of behavior. Now it might not have been such as many people as it was prior, but unfortunately all these ads are popping up on the page. But Travis Scott, if you read this headline from the Daily Mail, who's a really good, credible source, says that he was convicted twice for encouraging fans to rush his stage. That was a man who was paralyzed at his NYC concert in 2017, says rapper. Never learned his lessons, claims no one saw a man with a needle start the surge. Now, you remember, I don't know if you've seen Travis Scott apologize, but he had his head down the whole time. Now, look at this young man. He's paralyzed, 27 years old. Now, true enough, he should be smart enough not to jump. You know, he was old enough probably to know, hey, just because somebody tell me to jump, haven't been hearing that saying, just because somebody tell you to jump, are you going to follow him off the cliff? Well, this guy did, okay? He heard somebody, because we're followers. We're not leaders. A lot of people followers out here. He decided to jump, and this is how he's looking now. But he said Travis Scott encouraged him to jump. Now there's if you can see the pictures here, I hope you guys can see them clearly. Look at this. You can see them right here, falling down, falling down, falling down, falling down. Let me keep going. And there's a video on this page. Let me see if I can play it without getting an ad. See if we can get it to play. Come on, video. Come on. Here we go. He's saying all my real ragers jump the barricade right now.
Now, before I go to this next song, I'm going to invite just a couple more people down there raging these motherfuckers right here. Now, I don't know if you're scared, I don't know if you're nervous, I don't know what it is, but if you want to get in this pit, this is your last chance right now. Oh, here they come. Ready, Tyler, get it, get it, get it. Coming, busy, lost, coming, let's go. I see you, 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 I see you. I see you, I see you, I see you. Security, let him go. Security, let him go. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. Turn the lights on. They don't got you, don't be scared. Don't be scared. I see you, but what are you gonna do?
He just said, I see you, but are you gonna do it? He wants him to jump from that balcony. How would you like for Travis Scott to tell your son to jump from a balcony? Now your son should have enough common sense not to do it, but hey, it's peer pressure. And what's more peer pressure than a stadium full of children or teenagers? That's a lot of peer pressure. Bam. There you go. That's that. It's crazy. I just want to show you guys that so there won't be any confusion that the devil has been unleashed. He's here. The people that your children like are watching on TV. This is what they're pushing. This is what they're promoting. And they're telling you they're not doing it. But it's for you to have enough clarity, enough understanding, enough spiritual sense about yourself to understand, to have discernment, to know that this is where we are. This is where we are. I know we worried about money and how we're going to get from today to the next day. But go outside, look at the sky, come back down to earth, start to see the things that are happening around you. It's getting bad, y'all. Now, I know I've been playing a lot of videos for you, but I had planned on Angela being on his longer. So I just want to show y'all a video real quick that I wanted to show her to get her opinion on. Now, this is a 3-minute and 41-second video. I'm going to play it. I'm going to talk about it, and then we will conclude. But I just want to show this because we're talking about the devil killing, stealing, destroying, and adding confusion to this world. And so I want to get back on the topic of the LGBTQ. And the thing is, I have been a defender of the LGBTQ in the past because, like I told Angela earlier on in the show, I believe you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And I believe we have to go back to showing empathy and loving people despite our differences. And but I used to be liberal, I thought, until I seen how crazy we was getting. I mean, it's gotten so crazy out here. I had to check myself, like, whoa. You're not that liberal like you think you are. Because these people that's calling themselves liberal, They going for any and everything. And I don't even want to use the word anymore. But I just let me give you this note. Facebook provides, now this is Facebook. Facebook provides more than 50 options beyond male and female for users to describe their gender identity, from gender questioning to neither to androgynous. Okay? So over 50 options beyond male and female. That's wild. Now it's a show that I enjoy, and this is a clip I'm going to play from Good Morning Britain. Now there's a host of that show. I think he quit when that whole the talk drama was going on with Sharon Osbourne and all that mess. But Piers Morgan, this was a clip from 2 years ago about a gender neutral family raising their child as a baby. And I really want y'all to see this, because this goes beyond any support I can give at this point, because I can't get around this. Now let me show you this, and please watch this whole video. Give me 1 second here. Let me hook it up, and I want to hear y'all thoughts in the comments. Okay, let me get out of this video. Bring this back up. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait till you see this. I'm telling you, these people out here for any and everything. Here we go.
I've heard of people who identify as non-binary using the pronoun they or their instead of he or she. But what about this? Having a baby instead of a baby. It's a new term that some parents are using to show that they're bringing up their offspring gender neutral. It's a very interesting situation. Just tell us a little bit about Sparrow. Are you able to even say how Sparrow was, what gender Sparrow was born, or is that something you avoid talking about altogether?
Well, the whole point of gender is that we don't know Sparrow's gender yet. As far as what their anatomy is, we do choose to keep that private, to a short list of caregivers.
Now, this was not the situation, was it, with Hazel, who was your first child? Because Hazel,
yes,
you did bring up in, as a little girl.
Well, I did assign binary pronouns to Hazel initially, yes. And then when they were older, they articulated a preference for using they, them pronouns.
Right, just so I get my head around it, it's obviously very complicated. Not to you, but it's complicated to me. So let me try and just lay this out. Explain your domestic setup. You're married, is that right?
Yes, I'm in a multi-adult family. There's 3 of us that are raising 2 children, an 8-year-old and my 1-year-old.
And how would you describe yourself? You were born biologically male, or how would you describe?
I'm non-binary. Yeah, I'm non-binary, which means that I don't identify as a man or a woman, and I use they, them pronouns.
Okay, and your wife or partner, is it a wife? How would you describe your other half?
Well, all of the adults in my household identify as transgender or non-binary.
Right, and you're only married to one, or you're married to both?
Legally married to one.
Right,
in a relationship with another.
So the one you're legally married to, what is their name?
Bren.
Bren, and Bren identifies as
a woman.
Uses
woman. She, her.
And she was born a woman and remains identifying as a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a woman.
Okay, and who's the third member of the setup?
My partner Luna, who uses they them pronouns as well.
And Luna is male or female, or
non-binary?
Non-binary. And okay, but you're not married to Luna.
No.
Okay, and you have 2 children in the house.
Yes.
Okay, and just to clarify again, Sparrow. We don't know whether Sparrow was born male or female because you haven't said that. The Sparrow is now non-binary?
No, Sparrow is, I would say, anti-gender, which is a term, that means before gender. Like, all children, at this age are developmentally not able to really understand gender yet. It's just something that they don't have the understanding for. So it's not that the child is non-binary, it's that the child just doesn't have any gender yet.
Right, but the child, look, let me try and get my head around
this. Obviously, they do have anatomy.
Right, yeah. So what anatomy does Sparrow have?
Well, that's something that we don't usually discuss unless it's necessary with maybe a medical professional or, a caregiver.
Right.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I just want to know, did you see that? Do you see where we are in this world? You want to know how old her baby is. If you didn't hear it, the child is 1 year old. She said the child made the decision to be a baby. And her other child is under the age of 6 or I believe 8, one of those ages. And said, my thing is, why can't they decide to be what their anatomy is if they can decide to be what she wants them to be? You see how confused? It's 3 adults living in the house and they all want to go by something else. And now they want to put that on their children. See, I can't get behind that. It's too confusion. It's the devil. That's what it is. And I'll take the mark for whoever want to come at me, because we got to start calling stuff out. Now, I did take the time to research this. If you look up in the Webster Dictionary what the definition of a woman is, it says an adult female human being. Now, if you go further down, and it's not in this dictionary, but I saw it in another, it'll say a person who can who has eggs and can reproduce. But it does say an adult female person. Now, let's go to the definition of a girl. See, I got it right here. You probably can't see it, but definition of a girl: a female child from birth to adulthood. But if you go down to the second definition, it says a person whose gender identity is female. Now, if you press gender identity, it's going to go into all the confusing stuff. But I just want you guys to see where we're at. Grab a friend, tell a friend, open the third eye. You guys stay woke. I just want to let y'all, I just want you to know what we are. And I'm going to get ready to end this, but before I go, make sure, if you haven't already, you support the Kera Dangerous brand by getting a no raccooning shirt. I'm using that word because when I put the true word, this means, they try to ban me off the site. So when I say raccooning, you guys know what I'm talking about. No raccooning. This is an anti-raccooning shirt. They're for $25 plus $6 shipping, and we'll get it out to you. Also got another shirt coming on the way, another design. You're going to love it. It's going to be all positive things. So, hey, if you got this shirt, don't worry. Got a fresh, new, hot design coming soon. All you have to do is go to the KeraDangerousTalk.com, KeraDangerousTalk.com website. Go to the merch tab, and you have 2 selections for a black and a white shirt. Now, the website, I just want to make it known. I'm still working on adding some content, so excuse me, my bio's up, and I believe you can reach out to me and you can buy the shirts, but I'm adding more content as we go. I just want to go ahead and start having these shirts available to you. And also, I have an article section, and I'm asking people, if you're a writer and you write good opinion articles, you write articles about our culture or how you feel about society, you can send them to me if you would like them published on my website, and for us to see if I would like to submit them to be published. So all you have to do is email me, but make sure you put in the subject line KD article submission. KD article submission, because if you don't, I get too many emails. I need to keep track of it. And you can send that email to KeraDangerousForReal.com. com. Kera Dangerous for real, FORREAL. Not .com, but at Gmail. Kera Dangerous for real at Gmail. FORREAL, just like you spell for and real. And put in the subject line KD article submissions. And I will love to have your writings on my website because I want to make sure that I'm supporting the Black voice. And even if other people want to write who aren't Black, just send me the article. I'll review it and it could be published. I want to thank you guys so much. This was the first show. I had to get all the kinks out. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a great time. Going to have a little interview. Going to have a live performance. This is something that I'm excited to bring you. Hopefully, the sound and everything will go well. We'll be working it out. But I'm going to start bringing you so much different content. And you guys just keep supporting. Make sure you like this video, share the video, because as a Black creator, and when you tell them the truth, they try to hide and censor your content. A lot of people complain about not getting notifications and whatnot. And so fight against that. It's making sure you're hitting that like button and sharing and leaving comments. And for all the people, and I hate to even bring up haters, but for the people who just go and dislike, just dislike or whatever, it still means a lot, because every time you actually give me any attention, it still helps grow the brand, believe it or not, and I still get credited for it for YouTube. So I want to thank you haters too. And since we talked about Christ tonight, that makes it full circle, because he had a bunch of haters too. So I feel honored, because if you don't have them, then you're not doing something right. So if you leave with anything tonight, know that evil is out here, but it's good out here. But we need to tap into that. Be careful what you let your kids digest, and even what you digest, because if you're not building up your mind, if you're not building up your spirituality, and if you're not building up your relationship with God, which is most important, if you're not reading any of his texts, then you haven't built yourself up in his armor of salvation and faith. And you're not going to be prepared for the evils and the demonic things that are to come here on this earth, because we know that this is the devil's domain, and we're just here for a limited amount of time. So thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the interview, and I'll see you tomorrow night. At least I better. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so very much.